What up, what up? It's DJ Chuck the Old Soul.
MC Eliminates.
DJ is Lord.
And we are Honor Flow Productions. And right now you're tuned into Untapped Hip Hop. Don't change the channel. Don't go nowhere. Come back, get a snack, whatever you're gonna do, but make sure you don't change the channel. We got dope shit on the way as always, man. Shouts out, much love, so clap salutes.
Close your tabs.
My name is Raymond Menchaca, but I go by Mookie. That's what everybody calls me. You know, family for the most part, everybody. The owner of Extended Family Apparel. We've been in the game since 2013, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Based out of Los Angeles, and just, you know, making progress little by little. So basically, I was in the military, former veteran. I was in there for 8 years. I did 3 tours to Iraq, and you know, by the grace of God, I came back, and I'm here, and I got all my fingers and all my toes. You know, a little scrambled up top, but you know, it's a process, and I'm working that out, you know, as I go little by little. But there came a point when I got back after the last time, and I didn't know how to behave because I was in war one day, and the next day I was in peace, quote unquote. And you can't do that and just expect everything to be normal.
Like jumping in a freezer and walking out. Right?
Correct. It's exactly like that, and that's only going to work so many times before something breaks. And something broke, and I turned to the bottle, and I was just constantly self-medicating, and it was a vicious routine of go to work, get home, drink till I pass out, wake up, go to work, drink till I pass out. And every night I was, you know, begging, just, hey, if I don't wake up tomorrow, it's all good. Like, I'm ready, you know, I was there. I had nothing left. I had nothing left. And the people around me, you know, when I was ready to quit, decided, no, you're not going to quit, and we're not going to let you quit. And they picked me up, and they, you know, they showed me what the true meaning of an extended family is, because I was out in San Diego. My family's from LA. Yeah, it's only a 2-hour drive, but when it's 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, and you're crying in the corner, and you got nobody, that's a long 2 hours. And I don't want to put that on my family. I don't want them to have to carry that. This is what I carry. That was my mindset, you know. I didn't want nobody to feel what I was feeling. I just wanted to let it eat me. And thankfully, you know, the people around me recognized it and said no. And it was because of my extended family that I'm still here. Right after I rolled out, you know, after I got sober, I went into rehab, you know what I mean? And I did right, man. You know, there was a lot of guys in there that were, there was guys doing heroin and in rehab, you know what I mean? Like, it was crazy, man. And it was easy to just, I'm just gonna do this as a check in the box and make people believe I'm getting better. But no, you know, for me, it came down to life or death, you know what I mean? So I went to rehab and I got right. And when you get your physical right, then you can start to get your mental right. You know what I mean? You gotta get them working together. And when that finally happened for me, I realized, like, I can't keep laying here beating myself up, literally killing myself over what I could have done or what could I have seen differently. You know, if those guys were still here, they'd smack me for doing that. So why not dust myself off? And I always wanted, you know, I always had a passion for fashion. So when I came back the third time, you know, I said, there has to be a reason I'm still here. There has to be. So instead of crying for these guys, I'm gonna start living for them. So, you know, I got clean, and I got my act together, and I enrolled into fashion school and got my bachelor's degree in fashion design. You talk about culture shock, bro. I went from, you know, being around a bunch of filthy animals every day, you know what I mean, fighting war and, you know, eating dirt, to a classroom full of 18, 19, 20-year-old girls, because, you know, it's primarily a lot of girls in fashion. So it's me, this hardened veteran, you know what I mean, just don't want to talk to nobody, you know, and all these nice little girls, and I'm just like, what am I, you know what I mean?
I'm just imagining you like someone trying to get some money, like, no, I'm just trying to do
yeah. No, I don't, you know what I mean? And it was at first I was like, man, and then, but slowly but surely I started to go, and I started to notice, like, damn, I need help, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have to swallow my pride and ask this teenager, how do I thread this machine? Because I can't figure it out, you know what I mean? And then slowly but surely, you know, as with time, you start to grow the relationships, and you start to realize, like, man, I'm doing it all wrong. You know, if I'm sitting here thinking I can do this all on my own, and not just school, but anything else, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. You cannot, you know what I mean? You can do anything in this world you put your mind to. You cannot do it alone. And I believe that, you know what I mean? And the second I started to see that and I let my walls come down a little bit, and then I was off and running, you know what I mean? Because I was humbled and I was open to help and assistance, and in that, you know, being an older man, there was questions in their personal life and things that they would go through that I was able to, you know, kind of counsel them and say, hey, let me, you know, what's up? Well, I've been through that, let me, you know what I mean? Or I know somebody, you know what I mean? Because we've all been through that. And so it worked out in that aspect where they could help me, you know, with my education, and I could help them, you know what I mean? And I got no wisdom or nothing, I'm just offering them insight, you know what I mean? And it was a good balance, you know what I mean? And once that was solidified, it was all good. And then when I graduated, they actually voted me the salutatorian, so I got to speak at my graduation and, you know, just share with them a little bit about my story as well. And then 6 months later, they had me come back again to speak to another graduating class. So, you know, it was an honor, man. You know what I mean? It was really humbling. And, you know, to come from the nights of drunk, you know, out of it, on cocaine, just throw up, you know, to come from that to be standing on a stage speaking to, you know, my graduating class.
You gotta hold some pride in there.
You know, I do, you know what I mean? And it's something that, you know, I'll never forget. It's something that, you know, that's not that I want to brag about it, but I'm proud of it. You know what I mean? I'm proud of it. And that those, you know, people don't know what those moments mean, you know what I mean? But yeah, so, and I didn't know then that that's what this was going to be, you know what I mean? I just knew that this was the concept, this was what I'm about. And, you know, just to answer your question, you know, when it hit me, it was relieving, you know what I mean? It was like, boom, like, damn, that's when I put together my, you know, my concept and my presentation, I knew, like, that's exactly who I am, you know what I mean? I am here because of the people around me that refuse to let me quit. That's why I'm here, make no mistake, you know what I mean? And not to discredit myself, you know, because I work hard too, but I could not do it without my extended family, you know what I mean? So that made it, when I was all said and done and I, you know, put the lid on it, I was happy, and I, you know, I was stoked to come up with the idea. For me, just meeting people, just connect, not even selling something, but just connecting with someone, having them know we're here, to me, that, you know, that's a dream come true. But yeah, to see, you know, somebody make a sale, to release something, and people are hitting you up here and there, and Instagram and Facebook and text, and saying, hey, you know, I'll take this, you're just, you're blown away, you know what I mean? Because you don't know. You know people love you, you know people care about you, but, and that's not based on purchases, you know what I mean? That's not based on sales, but it's still a good feeling to know, like, hey, this person, you know, we work hard for ours, man. Every penny, we're clawing and fighting for every inch. So for you to come out of your pocket and trust in us and believe in us, it's something we take very serious, man. It's something we really appreciate, and, you know, that first kind of push was, you know, it was incredible, man. You know what I mean? And to be completely honest, we've had ups and downs, you know what I mean? Peaks and valleys, bro. It's not always, you know what I mean, sunshine and rainbows, but throughout it all, bro, the one consistent thing has been that we don't give up. But it's part of the journey, you know what I mean? And the group of guys that I got there's nobody else I'd rather be doing it with. We've butted heads, we've disagreed, and that's because we all care, you know what I mean? And it's passion, and there's gonna be, not everyone's going to agree 100% of the time, you know what I mean? But as long as we got the same message, we're going to work it out, you know what I mean? So it's been crazy, man. It's been a great experience. Main one, you know, is my cousin Alski. You know, shout out to him. He's a big reason for the brand itself. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for him pushing me off that ledge, you know what I mean, I'd still be standing up there. 10 more seconds, you know, 10 more seconds. You know what I mean? But he was just like, you know, it's time. You know what I mean? And he pushed me, and he's business driven. You know what I mean? He's constantly sourcing and looking for new samples, and you know, seeing what's what. And you know, he's good with that stuff. And then, you know, my brother came in a little bit later into the fold. My brother Rudy. And he did a lot of the financial backing at the beginning, which helped us out a ton, you know what I mean? So, you know, now he is part of the mix, you know what I mean? He went from being just a big supporter to being brought into the fold because, you know, he was so passionate about it, and he would push it so much, and it was like, you know, he's helping us, and he believes in it, you know, just as much as we do. So, you know, there's no reason not to bring him in and make him a part of this. And then we got our creative guy, Fausto. He does a lot of the art for us, you know what I mean? A lot of the ads for Instagram, a lot of the videos and stuff like that. He's out of San Diego, and he's just, you know, he's got the skills on the computer, you know. And I have some, but he's got more, you know, so he thrives more in that area. And then you got, you know, Alski with, you know, his sourcing and the things that he's constantly about, you know what I mean? And my brother taking care of the numbers, and me, you know, being the mouth, obviously, you know what I mean? So it's like we all have our roles. we're all into different things, so that brings something different to the design element. I just want us to continue to grow, you know what I mean? Not just us, but there's a couple other brands that we rock with, you know what I mean? There's Nomad Society, there's Servants, there's Rumbletown, you know what I mean? There's just there's a good scene right now building, especially in LA, and so, you know, we're just trying our best to be a part of that, and you know what I mean? Not only succeed as us, but to succeed as a unit, you know what I mean? And to share the pie, you know what I mean? Like I said, to stop being so convinced that this is a dog eat dog world and this is, I gotta get my piece of the pie. Like, I don't subscribe to that, my dude. There's plenty of pie for everybody. So you know what I mean? I'm gonna push for us to get to the top, but not just us, all of us, you know what I mean? All the people we rock with. And that's my only goal is, you know, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, to still be here, to still be reaching people and to still be connecting people, you know, because I go out to these events and, you know, I talk to people and you'd be surprised how fast walls come down when you genuinely ask somebody, hey, how are you doing? Like, what's up? You know, we so often it's, hey, how you doing? Good, I'm good, all right, good to see you. You know what I mean? But when you actually take the time to stop and ask someone, hey, how are you doing? You know what I mean? You could be the first person to have asked them that in a year, you know? So you never know, and that's why we keep going out to these events, and it ain't about numbers, bro. It ain't about, you know what I mean, sales. It's about reaching people. It's about helping people and letting them know. I came from, I was nothing. I was nothing. And I'm not saying I'm something special now, but I'm here. Right. You know what I mean? When everything pointed in the direction of not, I'm still here. Really what sets us apart is just getting out there. You know what I mean? You have to get out there. You can't sit on the couch and think people are gonna come to you. You know what I mean? And that's what we're learning is you have to pound the pavement. Right. And that's really it. And we'll go to an art walk in Montebello. We'll come out to a hip hop event in San Bernardino. We'll go to an art show in LA. We'll go anywhere. You know what I mean? And I think that's what really helps set us apart is that we'll go where the people are. You know what I mean? And not only will we sell them something, we'll engage with them. You know what I mean? We'll meet them. We'll follow them on social media and not follow them and forget them. We'll follow them and, you know, see how they're doing, be active in their life, talk to them, let them know, hey, what's up, remember, you know, we always remember a face, you know what I mean? We're always active on there, so it's like, you know, we're family, man, you know what I mean? Don't trip, like, it's not, you know? Yeah. We got you, like, we're proud, you know, we're happy, we see the kids, you know, oh, first day of school, first day of 7th grade, all that, you know what I mean? Like, we see that, we love that, we appreciate it, because that's what we want to see, you know what I mean? I don't want to see tragedy on my Instagram, I don't want to see hate here and there. I don't want to see that. I don't participate in that, so why do I want to see it? You know, so we just try to, you know, build an online presence that's warm and welcoming, and everybody knows, like, hey, this is all crazy, but this is a safe space. Let's see what's cracking here. You know what I mean? So it is hard sometimes. You know what I mean? Because people do see that, and social media is tough. You know what I mean? I struggle with it because 95% of it is a lie. You know what I mean? We only post the best things. We only hit the best angles. What do you do as soon as what's the first thing you do when you take a picture? Is look for that filter. Which filter? The first thing you do is start to change it. You know what I mean? That should tell you right there that nothing that's going on there is real. You know what I mean? And I think other people get discouraged by that, and they see like, damn, this dude posted a picture and he's got 200 likes in a minute. Like, man. But if you take the time to go through those likes and see what it is, and see all these accounts that'll offer to buy you followers, and all these accounts that will, hey, send me a DM and see my sexy videos, you know what I mean? It's all a lie, bro. It's all a lie, you know? It's all a lie, and I go through the list every so often, and because some, you know, we can't help a lot of accounts follow us like that, and I just get rid of the ones that are fakes. I get rid of them because that don't do me no. I don't need somebody to come to my page and see 10,000. That don't mean nothing to me, you know what I mean? I don't care if I have one. I don't care if I have none, if I'm engaging with someone in real life, because that's where the reality is, you know what I mean? That's where the reality is. But to answer your question, I stay that person because of you guys, because I see you guys working, and I see you guys thrive, and I see you pumping out content, and that pushes me to say, hey, what have you done today? You know, let's get something going, you know what I mean? I use it as fuel. I don't use it as a negative to be like, damn, you know, they're doing this much. No, I look at you guys and I think, damn, you know what I mean? They got a new video coming out. They got another interview coming out. You know, the new magazine just came out last month. Like, that's inspiring, you know what I mean? And I see that stuff. And the reason I comment on it and stuff like that is because I'm living it, you know what I mean? And I'm seeing it. And I know what it takes. I know what it takes to work a job and then to work on something else. You know what I mean? Your brain's only allowed so much,
Right.
but your dreams are infinite. So that, you know what I mean? So that pushes you to do more than the average. My life experience has, you know, fortunately I learned from it. I survived it. You know, a lot of my buddies didn't, because it's a tough transition, you know, coming back, and it's hard, you know what I mean? And a lot of guys, you know, their demons got the best of them. But fortunately I got help, and it changed my whole mindset, you know, getting sober, cutting out negative people. That changed who I was, you know. My art was darker in those days, you know. It wasn't pleasant. It wasn't about reaching people. It was about inner demons, you know, and it's changed greatly now, you know what I mean? And I look, and now every design that we do, you know, there's a lot of thinking that goes into it, even if it's just 2 words or 1 word, you know. It comes from somewhere, you know what I mean? It comes from a thought. It comes from something we've been through, you know, and I use all of that, you know what I mean? And I wasn't the best family man when I got back, and you know, because I have children, and because of my mental state, I didn't know how to be there. I was here physically, but mentally I was gone. And I've worked on that, and I built that, and you know, my children and I are closer than we've ever been, and it's incredible, you know what I mean? And I was just telling my wife last night at dinner, you know, we're sitting here at dinner, and we have our 2-year-old, about to be 2-year-old son, and I said, man, if, you know, 8 years ago, if somebody would have told me this is where I'm gonna be tonight, or if somebody would have told me now that I was gonna be here giving this interview today, I would be like aggressively mad, like, no, you're full of shit. I'm not gonna make it to tomorrow, you know what I mean? But here I am, you know, and that's what helps me in the moments I do get low, or the moments I do, you know, start to spiral, because they happen, you know what I mean? I have to take a step back and look at it all in perspective and realize, man, you know what I mean? That just took place is not that bad, you know? In the grand scheme of things, my life could be a lot worse. You know, never give up, always believe in it. If you come to a point where you feel like it's not fun anymore and you're not doing it for the right reasons, then you're not. That's why you've come to that point. You know, and the team knows, and I've made it known to everybody, you know, that this is forever. But if it gets to a point where we're doing it for the wrong reasons, or it's not making us happy, then we'll close it down. You know, because we're not here for the wrong reasons, you know what I mean? We're not gonna do things just to make a buck, you know what I mean? Again, yeah, of course, financial security would be amazing from this. But at the end of the day, the ultimate goal is to reach people, you know what I mean? And that's what we're doing. We're doing it, and little by little, we're meeting more people, and we're seeing good people still do exist. No matter what they try to tell us, go outside and meet people, you know what I mean? And another piece of advice would just be to surround yourself with the right people. Always surround yourself with the right people, because the wrong people want to see you fail. They do, you know what I mean? And that's a big part of it. Just, you know, surround yourself with the right people, and remember why you started. You can check us out at www.extendedfamilyapparel.com. Hit us on Instagram, Extended Family Apparel, on Twitter, XFamApparel, and yeah, that's about it. So you can also hit us up, info@extendedfamilyapparel, for any events, any questions. You know, you can get at us in many different ways, and we're always going to respond to you.